Success? Oh, hi. Glad you're here. I'm glad to be with you. Well, I wanted to get this, I got the Peter Pan and Wendy one, and I wanted to get a cheap set based on the new movie of Little Mermaid because I loved that movie so much. I don't care what anybody says. I think that movie's absolutely brilliant and does so much to not only adapt the story but expand upon it and the duality and the correlations that take place all over that film. I think that movie is absolutely brilliant, to be honest. But I would go on and on and on about my reasons why. You can read my review on Letterboxd if you'd like. This, just like the Peter Pan and Wendy one, has a horizontal printed cover. Yes, this cover's amazing. I love it. You get the trident and the shell and the compass and the thing that she holds the voice in. You even have Ursula wearing the necklace here, and then you got Ariel on the other side, and then like great printing, but again, no book in the history of mankind. I mean, maybe I'm sure maybe some exist, but as far as I know, you don't. There's no books covers aren't horizontal. They're vertical. So whatevs. But this one's got this little sticker here, and again, sticker placements were a pain in my boot. Um, and I must reiterate, just like the Peter Pan and Wendy set, the book, this is a 5+ set, and I do not think, yes, as far as the little building things, sure. I'm sure a 5-year-old could handle that. But with the stickers, the insane stickers that are so big that not only are they hard to perfectly place, but they're very hard to avoid bubbling, I don't see a 5-year-old building this. I don't. I see a 5-year-old playing with it, no problem. But to build this, that's a little more complex than that. It's got to be at least an 8+ set if you're going to have huge stickers across the board. This one had, because the Peter Pan and Wendy had like 14 stickers. This one only had 7. So this one has far less stickers. But the really weird thing is the Peter Pan and Wendy set had 111 pieces, but felt like a way more elaborate, enjoyable build, as minimal as it was. But this has more pieces, 134, and yet this felt like hardly a build at all. I mean, sure, this looks grander than it is, and most of it is at the center here, but I didn't really feel like I was building a Lego set at all. I felt like I put a couple of things on and then I was done. But what I get in the set is worth the money, I would say. But the set itself is nothing to write home about. I think there's way more playability in the Peter Pan and Wendy set than in this one. So this one you have Ariel's little collection area, and then on this side you have Ursula's little area. But there's no real like action set piece. Sure, you got this cool little shell thing that comes down. And then you've got Ursula's stuff here. You got the trident here. You've got the contract. I like that with Ariel's signature on it. And then in here she's got, maybe she keeps the voice in, or maybe a spell or a potion. You got these couple of stickers here. And this one also features this book, just like the Peter Pan and Wendy set had the actual set inside the set on a sticker. I believe that represents this specific book. And I love getting a printed headpiece of a globe. I think that's absolutely fantastic, but I do believe I've already gotten one. And then in here you have a little book, and then you open the book, and it's just got a little tile that says Once Upon a Time, but, that's nice. And then in here, we've got a map, the classic Pirates map piece. So, it's quaint and all, and I like a lot of pieces that it comes with. I like the Eric statue being these plain colored head and hair pieces. And you can, turn it any which way. So that's nice. You got Ariel's collection over here with the pyroscope, scope. I can't remember what those are called right now. But you got that, and then of course you've got the fork, and it came with an extra fork. You've got nice pieces of the glittery, soapy, bubbly, newer pieces there. You've got this little gem in here, and you've got Sebastian, but it's just a crab piece. I mean, if you wanted to technically make it Sebastian, I know maybe in the animated version it would need some detail or printing, but since it's the live action version, it's just a crab. So I guess it's more tolerable, but it's not really a specific character unless you give it some kind of uniqueness, even like maybe a couple of dots for the eyes or something. You've got Ursula. I think Ursula was done very well, but much like the other ones, these are so top heavy with their hair pieces, especially Ariel, that they fall over very easily if you were to just set them there. It's like I've got this hair, whoops. But it's cool how they did her little tentacle legs. So I think Ursula turned out pretty cool. She's got the necklace and everything. You've got Eric, which is interesting. I understand why Eric comes with the set because, that's the whole movie is her and Eric. I don't know why he's holding that. I just wanted to demonstrate that these teeny tiny little hands can actually hold something if it's teeny tiny. Focus. But I don't really need that. That's an extra piece. So, Eric, he looks nice and all. But the playset itself, in its entirety, unless maybe we're counting this, I guess. Maybe this is Eric's little area here. But overall, this is all underwater. So, Eric can't go underwater. And you have to... There was more options to place the... I don't know what these are called. Mini doll... No, these would be what? Micro dolls? I'm guessing? But in the Peter Pan and Wendy set, you had more options to place them and still be able to close the book. This, like, literally, I had to put Ursula here, I had to put Sebastian here, and I had to put these two in here just to be able to close the book. But here's Ariel. I think Ariel's absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure about her chest printing here because in the movie, it's kind of like they're just scales rather than a bikini from, like in the original, it's a bikini, but in the newer one, they're just scales instead of what normally would be there on the female anatomy. But they overdid the white. Like, there's a teeny tiny little, teeny tiny little layer of, like, clear scales. Hey, come on, focus. Focus, please. Please. Please focus. Sorry about that. Bear with me. There's like a little thing, like you can see this clear little extra part of these scales here. But that's just a little teeny tiny little touch. But here, on the printing of the micro doll, whatever, they seemed to overdo it to where it almost looks like, hey, focus. Excuse me, to where it almost looks like a bikini top. So I think they kind of overdid the white on the top there. I almost would have just completely eliminated that, and I think this would look a lot better. But it's cool for what it is. I really like the hairpiece. It's a rubbery, not really rubbery, but it's like it's not the hard plastic, so it's got some flex to it. And then she can put something in her hair on the side or the top. So I think that's all right. But overall, I think the Peter Pan and Wendy set is far superior to this one. Apparently, they made a set just like this for the animated Little Mermaid. I'll make sure to talk myself out of that because I'm good on these little storybooks. There's another animated Little Mermaid set I would like instead, but that's far more expensive. So this has a lot of things in it that I do like, but overall, I think as far as a play set, it's pretty bland. There's not really much to do as far as, an action set piece, unlike the Peter Pan and Wendy, where it was littered with all kinds of fun stuff. But, yeah, I just wanted to get... I know there's that huge grand set where you can get minifigures of the characters from the new film, but again, when you're on a budget, like I am, you can't get every huge set, so... Oh, there we go. So this was kind of my compromise, just to get a set from the new movie, since I'm not going to fork over that much money, so... But overall, it's, that's all right. Okie dokie.